Seeing Hylos get thrown into a dead lane like that.
Yeah, and it's a revitalized dead lane Hylos too. Interesting.
You're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. Let the map unfold.
Yeah. So I thought that we'd actually end up getting two very proactive side lanes so that Onic can just fast clear, win lane, collapse in the center. Except Onic now decided to focus on completely taking 3-mar out of the equation, maybe. But now Zaida is in trouble.
Oh no! Chaknu in deep.
Brusco was trying to delay Zaida and potentially get a kill there, but he ends up dying.
So that's how you answer it. You kind of freeze the Cho on its way in.
Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. So the Marcel.
That's one thing I was wondering, was how would the Cho fare against a Marcel?
Yeah.
Like any close range hero, bad.
I think it is. It's looking like it is just going to be easy. But right now, Brusco is still continuing the pressure onto the jungle of Zaida. Getting vision, but not going to be aggressive now, knowing that he already gave up 1 kill. Savera, we're going to see a gold lane fighter. We didn't see him in a fighter last week. See how he's going to fare against Benny Cutie. Still, I like that. Despite us not being a fan of the slower, more farm-based gold laner for Benny Cutie, at least now, with Harley in the jungle, you have a good bridge for it. Harley's damage will be there as long as it doesn't suffer any crazy early game losses. You'll be able to bridge in for the Claude for the late game very easily.
I think that's the key. If you have a dead lane and a weak lane, there has to be some action on the map.
Yeah. Which is your jungler in this case.
Yeah.
You know, and even in both cases, the Leo Morn, we've seen a whole lot of Leo Morn picked up. This is one of those things, though, for Onic specifically, especially because of just the early first blood, that they might choose to decide to go a different route on this turtle unless they actually get an advantage in terms of the space. King Kong's level 4, he's going to go ahead and start with the turtle. Super Prince is there as well, has the traction pulse available, but Brusco...
All right, in goes Brusco once more. Gonna get popped here by the deadly magics. That is the Phantom Steed helping King Kong secure. Odd positioning for Stome. I think he was late, maybe 2 seconds to get that ult, so that TNC could not say full on, full send, let's go.
Still going.
Riota gets frozen, but not enough damage between the Phobius and the Marcel, at least this early on.
Yeah, it seems like it is confirmed. Difficult for Cho to get into a good spot to mess up the backline with the Marcel floating around. Effective healing tool. But also one of the reasons why TNC Pro Team couldn't go for the full commit is because 3-mar didn't hit level 4 yet. Riota hit level 4 first and was in a better position to cut off TNC with a glorious pathway, so they decided to play for the slower, trying to see if they can take the turtle away. Just did not go well for them. They did get a kill though, but they did not get a turtle.
Yeah, so it's still nonetheless across the map. It's pretty much even in terms of the way things panned out, but now this is where we get to take a look at not only the Infinix hand cam here, the GT series that we have, the official gaming phone of the MPL Philippines Season 17, but also exactly how this is going to play out now that Brusco has that Way of the Dragon, which is the cornerstone of having this Cho, aside from the G Kondo, that he's able to go ahead and utilize. But that might be a little more difficult. That's why I want to see this unfold with a Marcelo across from him.
Oh, they find Riota, force him to pop that revitalize. Zaida
the kick.
has already used it. The kick on the one, and they freeze the engage. The answer on the Storm from Flickers back. RW extra shield swiping away at the rest of Onic PH. And they dive on to King Kong. He gets taken down as Chaknu flickers back. Smooth move by the Phoenix Army.
Welcome back, Stome. And also, just as I said, how difficult would it be to actually connect a kick into a kill with a Marcel across from you?
So picking Cho with the Marcel around, not good.
You were saying?
There
he
it
gets
is.
kicked! Benny has no Purify! And he does not have a blade to do it, but he walks out of there! He survives!
He just runs!
They're active, they're going around the map. TNC have handled the past 2 sequences well. One of the reasons why they had advantage in the mid also was because Riota was spotted out with a great rotation blocked by Zaida and 3-mar in left bush mid.
All right, Turtle's up. Second one of the game. Onic trying to get control of it. No kick just yet for Brusco, so I'm not sure they can actually really contest this.
Then he has 5 seconds off his Purify.
Okay, now he's got the kick. Benny's got the Purify. Nearly there. They're going to fight for this turtle.
Brusco's very low. Gets taken out by 3-mar. Turtle secured by Zaida. And a massive torrent here by Riota. Able able to disrupt TNC's forward momentum. Chakno goes now, walks on out of here. In comes Benny, blazing duet, but he gets disrupted as he PMI's on out of there. Chakno looking for some stuns. So right click, takes down Savero.
The back and forth, bobbing and weaving TNC. We thought TNC needed to watch out for the Harley pick of Onic, but it turns out it's Onic that needed to watch out for the Harley pick of Zaida and TNC.
Zaida said, hold my hat. He'll make it work, man. The Harley again, one of those picks that popped up back in, M7 for one of the first times. And now it seems to be a mainstay in the current meta right now until teams really figure out how to deal with this Harley pick. But it's not only that, it's the way the team composition works together. You're seeing it from down to the skirmishes, down to the major fights around the objectives. And Chaknu himself has actually been able to go ahead and find something that works really well on this Marcel. And that's something that Onic is going to have to struggle with for a little bit longer because this lineup just doesn't really give him that opportunity to fight face-to-face just yet.
Force the torrent out of Ryota there. Rather, Savero, the lightning form. But, okay, great move from Onic. Again, they freeze the map for long enough for that duo push up top.
Yeah. And now they're going to be playing through their actual carry now for the mid to the late game. It's going to be Super Friends. But is he still going to be building Skybracer considering that they didn't have the early game that they want? Probably not. So it's going to be a mix of playing through... Well, okay. It's unfair to say Super Friends is just a carry. Wait,
Chaknu looking for the right freeze. No, the picture, the moment's not right.
Yeah.
He does not force the engage. Benny Cutie looking for an angle. Turtle in 5.
Snapping a shot there.
Oh, no. Ryota here. Throws it once more. Forces a revitalize. Yo, Chaknu is a nuisance.
Like I said, man, I said this last week. Marcel is literally a mosquito to the opposing team. And even if you do that, you just bob and weave through there. He's running the quantum charge. He's got the speed. And if you get a revitalize down or a battle spell, that's great. They're going to fight for this turtle.
First pathway, jumped in by Ryota. They freeze the turtle. They freeze the entry point. Golden hour done. King Kong goes in. Barbiel. Ryota barely alive. In comes 3-bar. Bucks on him. RWM keeps him down. Ryota's fallen. So is Savero. And King Kong falls. Benny gets a double and they're not done. They're chasing Brusco. Chakno frees them. Tapping from Zaida. A hat in time. He survives with some shields. Onic saving face, but TNC pushing mid.
Fancy footwork from Brusco to stay alive, but TNC is in control.
Yeah, so one of the key plays that I saw there was actually a dodge from Benny Cutie. Severo decided to go straight for the Claude, but Benny Cutie just went over the wall with a BMI. Severo went for the shifting clouds, but landed onto no one. Well, specifically landed on the Golem Green Camp. But not on any of the heroes of TNC. With that massive dodge in the backline now going to be safe, TNC easily fought that. Although King Kong did get that turtle, it was still a massive loss in the end for Onic.
Oh! Benny Cutie catches a face full of basic attacks from Super Friends. Time to breathe here. The map belongs to TNC, clearly, but where does Onic find a way in? Because it looks like their only real surprise comes from Friends jumping him. I think TNC have read out Brusco at this point.
Yeah. Read out Brusco. They deal with Ryota. This is why the Tylos pick in the XP lane was a little weird, the way that it ended up in that position, because all you're seeing TNC do is, okay, find Ryota. He's very slow unless we pop the Glorious Pathway or the Revitalize. Either way, we're winning by getting those out from Ryota.
Man, Marcel is a nuisance. Even when Brusco tries wants to get a little combo on him, maybe Jeet can go see if he can get a kickoff. Nah, you're just going to get frozen in time. Quick little picture.
Goes through all of them. That's 4 members confirming where they are. That's old school vision right there.
Yeah, trigger discipline. If this was last week's TNC, they would have full committed that right away. But instead, they just read the situation. They found the vision, and they decided to back off, knowing that the Lord is coming up.
This almost has to be... I'm wondering how Chaknu feels about this, you know, since he's such a legendary roamer, playing Marcel in this way, essentially being able to provide free vision without too much of a worry to die, instead of needing to jump into a bush or make something happen that way. He's able to go ahead and maneuver around the opposing team this way. It gives them such an advantage, and now that this Lord is up, despite it all, Onic is actually in a position to want to contest and fight.
Interesting moves like Chaknu. Up and just flushes out all the bushes, even those top bushes, just in case for someone from Onic got in.
Onic can only watch.
At half health, they freeze Savero, they take him down. Deadly Magic's committed. Golden Hour, stopping the entry through there. Ryota gets caught even in his glorious pathway. 2 free kills for TNC, and they're not done. RWM stopping Fritz getting away. Zaida space escape in through, dealing damage. In comes the dangerous 3-mark. King Kong looking to clean up, but not going to be enough. He calls in Barbiel, but he's about to fall as well. Stone finds one, and it might be a wipeout. Brusco, burn-in, flickers out all this while. Benny was taking care of Lord.
Take a good look, because this is the last time you're going to see Marcel this series.
I gotta say, this is one of the best synergies we've seen from TNC in a while. They are alley-ooping each other, and Chaknu earlier on, even with the golden hour, even though it didn't hit anyone, it zoned out the members from the team to focus on a kill, and that's just how strong it's working for them.
Yeah, and because where Chaknu got vision, he found Brusco, meaning left bush mid was held by Savero. He was in the right place, but because of them getting forced back, I believe it was Brusco and Super Friends forced back by the Marcel alone, that meant Savero would be an easy target for TNC to take down. So it's the effect of picking the Cho right after seeing the Marcel that's just working out very well for TNC and very badly for Onic.
Oh, this is so tough. Golden hour used. They just want to get that tier 2. They get it down. He picks up a flask of the Oasis, so he's already even more annoyed now with the shields. Look at the shields.
Look at that perilous cross he made right through tier 3 in mid.
Hey, man, you want the picture is bad enough. You're going to do that. Right now, Lord charging up bottom base turret. King Kong.
He does it again. Runs right through even King Kong.
I think he's getting MVP, guys.
Oh, that's it. He's in the base. Lord has crashed on through. These tracking shots by Chakra making it so much easier. King Kong, can he live? No, even underneath the fountain. He gets popped by the deadly magics. TNC are looking to finish here. Lord has been taken down.
They gotta
the
wave him
Phoenix
in.
Army have to slow it down.
They're going to have to do it somehow. Wave in mid, taking down this last base turret. And without King Kong, can Onic and Philippines defend this?
Oh, Chaknu finds Ryota, frees him right before he drops the Glorious Pathway, but that's going to take care of the inhibitor anyways. TNC, they're looking at a bare base. Chaknu looking for more. Real world manipulation. Chaknu gets away. Chaknu very low. Golden hour underneath it. He freezes all the damage. Savero comes in. Not enough. Gets taken down by Zaida. Chaknu goes and tries to freeze him more. And there's a base. There's the minions. TNC take game 1.
Chaknu on the Marcel telling Onic, before anyone wanted to take pictures with you, everybody wanted to take pictures with me. What a performance by the Mamba on the Marcel.